My sister moved Grandma's funeral without telling me. Her prearrangement file named both of us. I am Marcus, a 29-year-old rail dispatcher living 4 hours from my hometown. My older sister Claire stayed nearby and visited our grandmother Evelyn more often during her final year. I called every Sunday and drove home twice each month. Claire still described me as the grandson who left. Grandma refused to let us argue in front of her. She had already prepared her funeral and written down exactly what she wanted. Claire would choose the music, while I would read a sealed letter before the family placed her ashes. Grandma made us promise to follow the plan together. After she died, Claire and I spoke with funeral director Mina Hen on a conference call. We agreed on a Saturday memorial because my work required advance coverage. I arranged leave, bought a train ticket, and sent Claire my arrival time. She replied with a thumbs up and nothing else. On Friday morning, my cousin Daniel texted a photograph of the chapel flowers. He wrote, "We saved you a seat, but Claire says you are not coming." I called him immediately. The service had started 20 minutes earlier. Claire had moved it to Friday and told everyone I chose work over Grandma's funeral. When I reached her, she said the chapel suddenly became unavailable on Saturday. She claimed she had left me several messages. My phone showed none. Then she said, "You live away now." The people who were actually here needed closure. I hung up before answering in anger. My train ticket could not be changed, so I travelled home that evening as planned. At the station, I found 2 relatives waiting with the same disappointed expression. They had heard that I ignored Claire's calls and refused to request time off. I showed them our messages, including her thumbs up beside my Saturday arrival. Neither said much after that. The next morning, I visited the funeral home to apologize for missing the service. Mina looked genuinely confused. She opened Grandma's prearrangement folder and showed me Claire's email from Tuesday afternoon. Claire had requested Friday because she wanted the memorial completed before I arrived. She also wrote that I had approved the change and should not be contacted during work. Mina had preserved the email with the signed service amendment. The chapel had been available on Saturday the entire time. More importantly, Grandma's ash placement was still scheduled for Saturday afternoon. The prepaid instructions required both grandchildren to be invited before it could proceed. Claire had tried to move that ceremony too, but Mina refused without my written approval. I asked Mina not to turn the interment into another argument. She simply called the family and confirmed that Saturday had always remained part of Grandma's plan. Claire arrived late and stood behind everyone near the cemetery gate. Mina handed me the sealed letter Grandma had left. It thanked Claire for the daily errands and thanked me for never ending a Sunday call first. Grandma wrote that distance and devotion were not opposites. I read every word without looking toward my sister. Afterward, Daniel asked Mina why the family had been told I skipped the funeral. Mina answered carefully. Marcus followed the original schedule. The Friday change was requested privately. She did not need to say more. Claire later accused me of embarrassing her by sharing our messages. I reminded her that I showed them only after relatives confronted me at the station. She said Grandma would have wanted peace. I told her peace built on a lie was only silence. We have spoken twice since then, both times about practical family matters. I am not demanding an apology she does not mean. Claire kept the Friday program. I kept Grandma's letter.